Yeah, Broncos, I'm gonna go over that. It's pretty much like if you have it in, actually, I go over that right now while we wait for more people to get in there. So if you have, let's just say in your depth chart, you can't put a linebacker, I mean, you can't put a safety, let's just say in the sub LB pack. You can't put a safety. A lot of people is actually taking the linebacker out of that spot and putting a safety right there. That's not allowed. It's not, to be honest, it's not realistic that they actually do that. They always keep their best cover linebacker in that spot. Now they might put safeties out there where there's a lot of safeties, but they never really put like just all safeties and no linebackers. It's normally their best cover linebacker right there in that spot. If that answers your question. Now, I'm actually going to get started. If it was a play like this,
here's the Jets punter now.
And it was like inside of your sub package, it allows you to change it. Then you can change it. If it's like inside the package itself, as part of your sub package. And this bastard does crap. Well, we'll just show you now then, since it just popped up.
Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
So like, let's just say if I ran this in the sub package with the R1, it flipped to a actual safety playing that position. Then you can change it, but it's only in a few defenses. Like,
first and foremost, hold on to it.
Take care of the football. I'll show you the 4-6. It has it in the 4-6 defense. And I think it's one in the nickel and maybe one in the dime. Not sure about that. But I know it's one in the 4-6 and I think one in the nickel.
And the Titan defense steps up here and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play,
okay, like the 4-6, you can actually change your package. And it'll actually swap out. I think it's called speed, yeah. So you see the LBs change out, but even then they still have one LB. They always keep one LB in the game. So you should never have a spot to where it's like it's normally your best cover linebacker, where it's all safeties out there or something, or corners and safeties. It's just not realistic. If that answers your question.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to
all right, so while we're on defense, we'll get started here. The next one is the moving of two players. So if you come out in a defense, let's just say you're controlling this guy. You can't move this guy, then switch it before snap to another guy. You can only keep it on that one guy that you had it on before the snap.
This is what happens when you get behind.
We're gonna go back on defense so we can walk through that.
Obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
I'm not understanding your question, Niners.
On the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position, maybe. Turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation.
I'm assuming you're asking why not have it to where we can only have one LB. Like, I make a rule that there's one LB out there at all times. Like I said, that's just not, it's not realistic they would put all safeties out there and not a cover linebacker.
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins.
Yeah, again, that's not. It's just not.
Well, guess what? The same thing happens.
They wouldn't put.
Pass protect. Are you
take
low?
out these guys.
Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you
and then just put.
way back to the quarterback?
I guess you're saying take out all the guys and just put one. You leave one linebacker out there. Is that what you're asking?
A first down throw, Darnold. His throw incomplete.
I think that's what you're asking. Like I said, we just keep it simple, man. We allowed the rule like 2 Maddens ago, and it just got overdone with people breaking the rule. Yeah, so that's why we don't allow it no more. We did allow it, but it got a little bit out of control. People was doing a lot of unnecessary stuff, so we just stopped allowing that. So that's why if we're not going to allow one person to do it, or we're not going to allow one safety out there. We're just going to cut it all out to avoid anybody from trying to find ways to get over on the system. So we used to allow it, but people were finding ways to get over. So that's why we just cut it out this year.
But in this case, he said, forget that.
If that answers your question.
Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Gotcha. All right, so this is the 3 play call rule. So if you come out in 3-4 odds on 1st and 2nd down, you can't come out in 3-4 odds on 3rd down as well. Like I said, it's just not realistic that people do that in real life, especially on passing downs. You'll hardly ever see somebody come out in a 3-4 or 4-3 set. Now, that's not to say if you ran nickel and you ran 4-3 on 1st and 2nd down. If you choose to come out in 3-4 odd or 3-4 or something like that, that's on you. But just for rule purposes, this is just an example. You can't come out in 3-4 odds or come out in nickel unless you're changing the package up. Like if you change it over to, if you came out in nickel 3-4 odds, came out in 3-4 odds and 3-4 and then changed it to 3-4 bear, then I wouldn't have a problem with that. But a lot of people, they don't even do that. They just come out in the same package. The same formation the whole time, and that's not allowed. So if that's a problem, then you're probably breaking the rules if you are doing that. We're going to go back on defense one more time because I want to go over like 2 more things on defense, then we'll be through with that. Go to offense.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
So let me explain this moving 2 people thing again, because that's probably the biggest one I've seen a problem with. So let's just say if you come out and cover 1 hole. And if you make pre-snap adjustments and they line up like this, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you move him, then that's the issue. That means you move 2 defenders, and that's not allowed. You can only move 1. The defender that you're controlling, when you come out on the field, you're controlling that defender. That's the only one you can move. Let's just say you switched it up and ran cover 1 Rob, which is a different defense. And you move them like this. You can't move him down in the box, then move him to the middle. That's moving 2 people. That is just not allowed.
He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up
Gonna run another play here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap.
You can bring him down to the box and leave him in the box, but you can't bring your other other safety into the box. So that's pretty much the rules on that. Hopefully everybody understands that. You just can't run the same play, same formation 3 times, back to back to back. You can run it twice, but then you got to switch it up. And you can't run the same. So if I ran cover 2 sink, I can't come out in in 4-3 and run cover 2 sink again. It's still running the same type of play. You got to switch up the plays. Some people don't even switch that up. They'll come out and try to trick you and act like they're doing something different, but it's the same exact play. So y'all have to switch that up. So let's switch over to offense. Go over to offense real quick. The offense is probably the biggest issues I've seen just by watching the playoffs and stuff. The offense was pretty, it's pretty bad as far as like what people was doing or trying to get away with doing. The main one is running the same play a formation, running the same formation over and over, running the same routes over and over. It's just not realistic to teams really do that. You try to make this as real as possible. If you're coming out running the same formation 9 times in a game, 9 times back to back to back, it's just not, that's just not realistic. Same about the routes. If you hot route to the same hot route almost all game, it's just not realistic that people do that. It's just not.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact.
That's not allowed either. So we'll use this for example. The pro, come out in pro.
Just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is how
first down is fine.
They'll start on the ground.
Run it. You can run a hurry up and stay in the same formation as long as you're changing the play up. So you shouldn't be running the same run play. So even if I change the formation, I can't run this same run play. It's just so many run plays when you're on the center that you can run. So you can't on defense. No, they can't audible to the same layout on defense. That's not allowed as well. So even if you change this,
Tannehill now to throw. This one caught by Davis. And they get him down, but
if I ran the audible again, that's your third audible. So yeah, I can run the same play, but they have to switch up the play call within those 3 plays. Now after those 3 plays, I can't come out in the same formation. I cannot come out in I formation, a pro I formation. I have to change it up. Now it's other I formations that look like pro I formation. You can't come out in that either. It's the same exact formation almost. You have to switch it up. Now you can come out in close and run it, but you can't try to trick it and audible into that same formation as well. That's not as loud. That's not allowed as well. You get to one more thing that's not allowed, and we should be good to go. If anybody got any questions, please post it before I get off this, or post it in chat and I can answer it for you.
This drive offensively. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing.
This is another big one.
Game as they've got it first
and the reason why I didn't make the shotgun and pistol runs, because there's not that many runs in shot. Like even this formation, it's only 2 runs, and they're basically the same run inside and then the draw. So in shotgun, it's not that many run plays that you can call. That's a lot different. Even this one, the RPO and the inside, they're basically the same type of run, even the draw. So that's why we didn't change that.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
No, if somebody runs the hurry up, that's in the rules though. If somebody runs the hurry up defense, you don't have to change your play call. If somebody's running hurry up defense, you can stay in the same exact formation and the same exact play. You don't have to change that.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
That's not true. Okay, let me explain the hot route. So let's just say I come out in this. First down, I hot route to that hot route. First of all, they should be in a different defense, so that shouldn't be. Okay, let's just say it gets open. This is the first play. You pass it. First down. Now you come out, even if you're not running hurry up or not running hurry up. You change, you got to change the play anyway. There is no way you should be doing this again. It's the same route. Nobody does that. That's not realistic, really, that they're going to come out in the same route, the same exact play, back to back to back with a hot route. Now you might say, oh, well, there's not that many hot routes. Well, there's other hot routes besides that hot route. So yeah, if you hot route to this, then that's fine. That's changing it up. But if you're hot routing to the same hot route, then that's pretty much the same as saying, okay, well, this person is running the same play. You're running the same hot route. It's not switching up. Like I said, I don't care if you run a back-to-back hot route, the same hot route, but running it back to back to back to back, now that's a little bit excessive, and it's just not allowed. Because, like I said, that's not realistic. It's just not realistic. And this is also not realistic. Nobody does this. Nobody does that. It's just not realistic. You can't automatically run straight to the sideline. Now, if there's pressure, in an instance where that edge rusher came down and you felt pressure, then yeah, you can get out the pocket. But to say you're going to run straight to the sideline once the ball is hiked, that's just not, it's not realistic. Like I said, that's just not, first of all, it glitches the AI, where the AI actually doesn't recognize the play right. And it gets people open that shouldn't even be open. So, like, it's easy to get somebody open with you doing that. It's just not, the AIs don't react as correctly. It just doesn't work correctly. So, when you do that, it's automatically running your man open, especially on certain routes. It's just automatic. So, like I said, unless you're feeling the heat in the pocket, or if you've been sitting there for a while and it's like pressure coming around, then you just slide out the pocket. But you shouldn't hike the ball and be running straight to the sideline. That's just not, it's not real football. And if you told me a team that actually does that, then like I said, I'm more than willing to change the rule. But if I don't see a team that does that, then it's not really realistic football at all. I think I saw one more question.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time.
No, I think that's it. That's pretty much it, man. Hopefully everybody have a good season. If y'all have any questions about the rules, just ask, man. If you see somebody breaking the rules, like I said, if somebody come out and they do this one time, and it could have been by error, don't hit me up for that. Now, if you see somebody coming out 3 times or something, 3 or 4 times, or coming out periodically doing that throughout the game, then that's something to hit me on the commissions up about, because that means they knowingly breaking the rule. It just wasn't no mistake. Sometimes people make mistakes, pick the wrong person, move him, and then move somebody else. That's understandable. But if you're doing that a lot, or most of the game, or not even most of the game, doing that periodically throughout the game, then that's breaking the rule. Or if you see somebody coming out in the same exact defense, on first down, I'm coming out in this play every first down, then that's breaking the rule, and you know you're breaking the rule. So that's against the rules. So definitely hit me up for those situations, or hit a commission up for those situations. Other than that, if it's, oh, he made a mistake and broke a rule, or, you know, hey, man, you broke a rule, let's stop that. And they stop, then that's no reason to be hitting me up. But they should know the rules, so we shouldn't even have to go through this again. All right, man, well, I'm going to end this. Like I said, if you do have questions, DM me, or you can hit me up in the chat. Like I said, I don't mind changing rules or going over rules, but let's make it more realistic as possible so it'll be fair to everybody. All right, thank you, man.